I choose Chocolat to talk about. I love this book. It's an old one. It's been around a long time, but it's still one that is held very dear to my heart because for me, after studying for many years, it broke the drought of not being able to get into real reading. It's something that captured me straight away. It holds many elements that are interesting, being a bit of a francophile because it's set in France, and it deals with food, hence the title Chocolat. So immediately those two things capture you. I think it's interesting in that it deals with elements like prejudice and convention and people who are different and know they're different but don't want to change and won't change and have to fight against those things. So the main character, Vivian, as she arrives in this little rural town in France with her daughter, and setting up a shop, a chocolate shop, you've got that tension there between Vivian and her chocolate shop fighting against the time of Easter in this very Catholic setting in France. And she has to fight against the prejudice of the mayor, who's dealing with his own struggles and battles of his wife having left him and him not being able to admit it. She's somewhere in Europe and hasn't come back yet. And in the end, of course, all of these things that people are fighting against become too much, and you see that in the end she overcomes and she stands by her convictions. She's a very mysterious, exotic character. She's a gypsy type character, and she's dragging this little daughter around with her who has an imaginary play friend. The thing that I think gives her daughter stability in her life is this kangaroo. And in the end, of course, when all of this is over and Vivian has finally won the victory by the people in this town that is bound by prejudice and convention actually befriending her, she liberates him by standing by who she is. She brings liberty not only for herself and her daughter but to all the people around her. So I think it's got a lot of elements. I think if we're looking at Nancy Pearl's Doorways, then I'd say story and setting and character, so it's really got it all. I would recommend this book to anyone that's going through a reading drought. Thank you.